Recording started.
Hi everybody, today we're going to talk about Paperport Notes, a dynamic digital note-taking app that's going to allow us to bring in documents, take notes on them, take notes while we're in class, all from our iPad. What's cool about this is this Paperport Notes is a free app. It works in conjunction with the Nuance technology, so you get access to using Dragon, naturally speaking, and some of the other Nuance things as well. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up Paperport Notes here for you to show you kind of what we're dealing with. And this tends to not display as well as I would like it to display. It's weird. It shows something different on the screen than what I'm seeing on the iPad. So I'm going to have to talk you to I'm going to have to talk you through kind of how this works. This is a strange one, and I apologize for that. What you get, and let's see, so what you're seeing, what you should be seeing is a note page that I've written on. You're not, you know what, I'm not sharing my screen. I apologize, let me get out of this. I thought I had it all set up. Regardless, it's not going to show the way I like it to show, but let me share that screen and you can take a look at what I am able to show you anyway on here. And again, this is just a function of the app not really wanting to show, it doesn't want to project the same way that it projects on the screen. So what we can show you is just a little bit different than how it's actually going to look. So what you're seeing is just a notepad. It looks like a yellow legal pad on the screen. What I see on my screen is up across the top here, where it would be here, I have a button for a T. I have a button for a microphone, I have a button for a pen, I have a button for a highlighter, and a button for an eraser. So what we can do with this is when we open up notes like this, we can start typing. If I tap the T and tap on my page, which you can't see, you can tell because that little sticky note kind of became a little bit faded. We're going to have my keyboard pop up. I can start typing notes. You see as I write there, it's popping up on my screen. You can't really see that though. If I tap the T and I don't have my box up, my keyboard up, the next thing that happens is if I hold and drag on my screen, I can add, as you're seeing there, a text box. Now, when the text box is up, I can type within that, or there's a button that says sticky. If I tap sticky, you'll see that's going to turn into like a post-it note. So that's how we can add those kind of notes directly into this. But you've got to kind of tap and drag to do that. If you just tap, it's not going to show up. Let's see. Other things with Paperport Notes here. So I've got my highlighter. If there's important things that I want to highlight, I can tap highlighter. It gives me several colors: black, pink, green, yellow, blue, and purple that I can highlight in. So if I wanted to highlight that we're doing these on Tuesdays in green, I can tap on the green and then highlight. Oops, it tapped the pencil accidentally, so I'll redo that. Tap on the green and highlight Tuesday. Actually, it highlighted in pink, but you get the point. We can highlight there. It's a little bit easier to use this if you're using a stylus. You can see my writing with my finger on the screen there. That's not all that good, but if you have a stylus, it works a little bit easier. And there's something on here called Palm Protect. So what it'll basically do is when you're holding the stylus, it kind of blocks out the bottom of the screen so that if your palm touches that while you're writing, it's not going to sense two touches and kind of send your stylus or where you're writing right to the middle between those two touches. So that's a positive angle to this as well. It does have a recording button for audio recording, but this is not a great audio recording. What it'll do is it just records audio per page. Every time we start a new page, it will go on and start a new audio recording, and it does not link the audio to the text that's typed within this. What's going to happen here is it'll just give you an audio that you can go back and listen to. It does not link to your notes at all. So those are kind of your main things here. You're typing, you're your microphone, your pen, so we can write with the pen on there, as you've seen that I've done, and your highlighter. Again, I apologize that you cannot see the same thing that I see on here. It's just a matter of the app. When it projects, it only wants to show the end result, not how we get there. One of the nice things about this, especially if you're a user of an iPad 2, when you go in to type something, and you pull up the keyboard, and you cannot see this, but it is there on the top of the keyboard. There's a button that says Tap and Speak, and it uses the Dragon Naturally Speaking option within the notes to allow us to add some voice notes. So I will tap that here and just kind of show you. Today is Tuesday. And I did lose Air Server, so let's bring that back up. You know what? We lost because Air Server and Dragon do not get along. So when we put on Dragon, it kicked out Air Server. But you can see down on the screen here, it wrote today is Tuesday, and it's kind of behind some of those sticky notes. So if maybe I can move that sticky note, and then we'll see what the speech recognition did. So it's nice. It's nice if you don't have, and hopefully we'll get Air Server coming back here again in just a second. I apologize for that skipping out. If you have an iPad 2 where the speech recognition is not built directly into what you're dealing with on the keyboard, it's nice to have this option to be able to use speech to type notes. I'm just going to pull up my second page here, and you can't see this, but there's an option down in the bottom left corner that says Insert. If I do that, it gives me lots of different things I can insert, including files from Dropbox, images from a camera. So if you're in class and you want to copy down what's on the board and you can't type that fast, you could use your camera to hit Insert and then pull up a picture of what is on the board. And then once you've got that picture loaded into your notes, we can treat this as if it was in our note page, and we can draw notes directly on this. We can highlight certain things on our picture if we want to do that. We could highlight maybe what today's webinar is here. We could get back into, again, drawing notes within our picture, drawing things within our notes on our picture so we can annotate within that as well. The other nice angle on this that we can do is through Dropbox. And I was going to show you how to do this, but again, I cannot show you, but you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to import notes from Dropbox, and I'm going to pull in a PowerPoint. So if the instructor gives out PowerPoint ahead of time for class, the students can download the PowerPoint. They can pull that up directly on Paperport Notes here, and then the same thing applies. You can take notes. You can take notes. You can highlight. You can do different things within Paperport Notes here. And you can see there we can take notes directly onto the PowerPoint slide. So along with PowerPoint slides, this is also going to bring up and allow us to bring in PDFs. So if you have PDFs for a class, same thing happens here. We can pull in the PDF. We can use the highlighter to highlight important information within our PDF. We can use the pencil to highlight certain things within the PDF. We can use the note-taking piece to add text notes, as you've seen I've done there, take notes on PDF directly into this, and then we can share this with others as well. We can export this back to the Dropbox. We can move it. We can share it through email. We can do lots of different things with it. Again, and this is a free app, so there are some downsides to it. The downsides are, you don't get the audio linked to your notes, but we basically have free reign to bring in any note and or any document and to annotate directly into it, bring in any picture and annotate into it, and it is free. So it's a nice tool for using with for students that might need help with note-taking or might just want to go ahead and note-take using their iPad. And again, we do have the capability to use speech recognition software via Dragon in here. So if you don't have that capability directly built in your iPad like the latest version of the iPad does, you can use that Dragon component right within Paperport Notes to take add recognition notes into this. If you have any questions at this point, let me know. Again, I apologize you're not able to see everything that I'm doing directly.